bullshit.
Welcome back then to another video here on Squadding Quads, and last week we took the AvionRC Nexa 3.5 for a bit of a long range 10km flight. It's not really a drone that's designed to be flown long range, so it's good to try and push these things beyond what they're sort of designed for, just to see how capable they are. And I was impressed with the 10km range that we got from it, or 6.2 miles. So with that in mind, we used HQ props 3.5 by 2.5 by 3 for that particular flight. And in this video, we're going to use HQ 2.8 pitch, obviously 3.5 inch, and 3 blades. And we're going to use Avan props 2.8 pitch, 3.5 inches, and obviously 3 blades. And we're going to see which one of those 3 props is going to be the most efficient to push us as far as we possibly can go. So the first flight was a 10km flight. Now on the right hand side of the screen is these new HQs with a slightly lower pitch, and you'll see that actually this video will die off pretty soon, probably in about 30 seconds. We got to about 6 kilometers with it. Admittedly, I could have pushed it even further, but it was clear the amount of battery we was losing at the speed we was losing it, there was no point in pushing it any further than we did. So what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to switch the left hand side of the screen to full screen, and then I'll switch to the stick cam and you can listen to me talking. We had crazy winds. As I was flying forwards, we was doing about 20 miles an hour, and then once I was flying back to myself, we was doing something like 50 miles an hour at times. So this is probably, I think, the last 2.5 laps. Enjoy them. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. But soon what we're going to do is we're going to replace these flywheel packs with a GEP-RC pack, and then I'm also going to build a pack myself, and I want to see just how far we can push this machine. I'm also going to replace the props with bi-bladed props as well for ultra efficiency. So let's see just how far we can push it in this particular flight. Before miles an hour, we're now doing 28, 29 miles an hour. .3 volts, 9 minutes flight time, 6.8 kilometers. Are we going to be able to break 10 kilometers? This headwind is a real problem, but it does help us on the way back, so I don't know. Leave a comment down below now. Do you think we're going to break 10 kilometers? 3.25 volts. General consensus is these flywheel packs go down to about 2.5, but you want to land them about 2.7. So maybe another lap. 7.3 kilometers. People on path on the left, fly the downwind leg here. Picking up speed without touching the throttle to 49 miles an hour. Making a left turn over here, 53 miles an hour, 54 miles an hour. Haven't touched that throttle. If I just add a little bit of tilt to get us back quicker without touching that throttle. 3.19. I don't know if it's going to be safe to do another lap. We're getting low. 8.3 kilometers. This could be a stupid idea. I need a little bit of extra throttle here, look. 47% throttle, and I'm just skimming the top of the trees. 3.1 volts. 11 minutes flight time. Oh, I'm actually genuinely very nervous now. Genuinely very nervous. 3.0 volts. .8 kilometers flown. What I'm going to have to do is make this turn, and then I'm going to have to start looking for somewhere to put it down, just in case, because I've never pushed these packs this far. Long range has never been my thing, but the adrenaline rush you get from it. Right, what are we on? 2.9 volts. Ooh. 50 miles an hour. That's going to help us. That's really going to help us. And I'm going to use that speed now to just bring her back. 9.5 kilometers. I didn't think these props would be very efficient at all. 9.7 kilometers. The problem is I don't want to stop until I get to 10 kilometers. 9.9 kilometers. 2.96 volts. 10.1 kilometers done. So we've done it. I really didn't think these props would be the ones, but I think the extra power that it gives you really does help. 2.8 volts. This is stupid. This is stupid. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why? What's wrong with you? 2.86. What are you doing? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, 2.85 volts. Jesus Christ. What are you doing, man? I can feel the adrenaline shaking through me now. 2.83, 2.81, 2.80. 13 minutes flight time in 10.9 kilometers. 2.8. I'm going to make the turn a bit early. 2.7. 2.76. I'm going to make the turn pretty quick actually because it's dropping like a stone, is that. 2.77. Oh no, no, no. 2.7. 2.7 volts. Jesus Christ, am I going to get it back? 2.70. Uh-oh. 2.69. 2.65. 2.64. And breathe, breathe. Bring her up to 12 kilometers. 11.8. I'm amazed at how nimble this still is, even with the lithium ion pack. I really am genuinely amazed. 12 kilometers, holy shit. Pardon my language, I'm going to land her, and I need to just take a breath a second. That was incredible. The conclusion then from these tests are that the Avan props with a 2.8 pitch, 3.5 inch diameter and 3 blades provide that much extra lift that whilst you would think that they would munch away at the battery, you can actually reduce the throttle. And as you saw, when we was flying into that wind, we dropped to as low as 20 miles an hour with a 50 mile an hour speed on the way back. So it shows that they was really able to eat into that wind, that headwind, whereas the HQ props, although they were more efficient, they wasn't able to sort of chew into that headwind as much, which ultimately caused us to really lose that efficiency on that headwind leg. Once we turned around, obviously the HQ props were laughing because they were so efficient, but unfortunately we was just losing far too much when we was flying into the wind, and we just couldn't recover it with the tailwind behind us. So as I mentioned earlier on in the video, this is not going to be the end of it. We are going to move away from this for a few weeks though now, because obviously I don't want to bore you guys doing the same thing over and over again, but I'm going to do this test with HD0 with walks now, with analog. So we'll have some more of these tests coming up because I've really enjoyed it, and I think I've sort of found a new sort of thing that really gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, as you could tell by the end of that flight. It's just a shame, obviously, regulations, certainly in the UK and USA and Europe, are that you've got to keep the drone within visual line of sight. We are pushing it to the very limit, but we are able to see it because of the fly high LEDs. I'll leave a link in the description down below in case you want to pick a set of them up. I've been asked lots and lots, would I recommend this over the Flywoo LR4 for long range? The Flywoo LR4 is built specifically for range, and again, I'll get that back out and I'll do the same flight with the same battery with that and just see how far we can push that. The thing with the Nexa is, if you only want to do long range and you don't want to do anything else whatsoever, the Flywoo is probably going to be better for you. But if you want a quad that'll do long range, that'll do freestyle, that'll do cinematic, then the Nexa is sort of the jack of all trades. I don't want to say it's the master of none, because it's clearly not. It's clearly mastered what it does, and it's a brilliant, brilliant quad. Until next time, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Peace out.